Welcome to another episode of Happy Hour Podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm Coop.
Today's episode, we're going to be talking about aliens and Pluto.
Pluto's coming back, apparently.
Yeah, so this is going to be a pretty cool episode, doing a little bit of outer space stuff. And today's beer we're reviewing today is Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA. Very strong beer, so it should be interesting to review.
Awesome, let's go right into it. First of all, we want to apologize to everyone for being so late. We were off a couple weeks, did a little hiatus, not by our own design, but we just had a little conflicting with the recording dates.
Yeah,
and
a little bit of scheduling, different things. Some of us were out of town, but it's good to be back in the studio, giving you guys some fun entertainment and some really good beer reviews. I wanted to also say our YouTube channel was not correct. We're still going through some growing pains as far as the actual address when it comes to our YouTube name. So once we get enough subscribers, we are actually able to get our actual full name that we want. So please go onto YouTube. We'll put a link in the description for you to be able to come and follow and subscribe to our podcast.
Yeah, these will all be on our Facebook. The one address we had was not right, so if you just want to find our podcast, we will have links on our Facebook page, which is still facebook.com/happyhourtalk, and then we will also have the page on YouTube, which you can click on and, of course, see all our content.
Well, yeah, man. So
aliens? Aliens. It's aliens.
Aliens.
I always picture that meme, aliens.
Aliens. Yeah. So I read a really interesting article. It's slight conspiracy theorist, slight
Yeah, we are getting into
NASA.
some crazy territory here.
We are, but this is what I got in the press, okay? It says, world on brink of being told aliens exist after NASA hints at announcement.
So this is one of those great articles, that's very reliable, found on the internet.
Yeah, but then again, it is NASA, and NASA did say this. It's on numerous different websites, links, articles, and stuff like that. But what's really grabbing everybody's attention is all this stuff that's been going around with Mars, these exoplanets.
Exoplanets, yeah.
So basically, they're close to a supernova, and they're within distance to probably sustain life. So basically what NASA had said was that within about a decade, we're definitely going to find some sort of extraterrestrial life.
Well, they also told us that in a decade we'd have flying cars, and I'm still driving on four wheels.
I mean, depending on what drugs you're taking, you can be flying on a car.
This is true.
Yeah, or what ramps you're hitting. But they are coming around. I don't know. I kind of want aliens to be real.
Well, I mean, they are. We just don't know them yet. It's not like a crazy big, conspiracy. It's a numbers game. There's so many planets, so many possibilities for life. It'd be stupid to think that there isn't life on other planets anywhere.
No, of course. No, obviously there is at least organisms on some other planet somewhere else. But do you think to the point of actual intelligent life,
like our level or better?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it happened to us, so why wouldn't there be intelligent life somewhere else?
Now, do you think they're intelligent enough that they've already been probing us and watching? I saw this
No.
I saw this whole thing where the moon is hollow and they have this huge. Yeah, it's like the perfect Death Star probing planet. I mean, it's close enough to us. Well, it's not really a planet; it's a moon, but it goes around the Earth 24/7. And astronauts have dropped stuff into certain craters on the moon, and it's never hit bottom.
Well, there's less gravity.
I'm just saying it would be kind of cool if there were some aliens on the moon.
Yeah,
I mean, what's on the dark
scary
side of the moon? I mean, even Pink Floyd sings about this.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we've been there. I don't know. Actually, I don't know we have. That's weird. That's a good question.
Well, Russia owns it.
The dark side of the moon?
Yeah.
Did they buy that from Pink or no?
I don't know. I
think I think he owns it.
They might. I don't know.
Pink Floyd owns it. No, that's interesting. I think see, my big thing is whenever somebody's like, oh, well, aliens, if they were so smart or as smart as us, they would have visited us by now. They would have found us. And I look at them like they're stupid. Like, we're as smart as we are, and we haven't found them either. So their capabilities, if they're as good as ours, they're just waiting to break light speed 2 and do that whole thing.
Well, I think we are smart enough, but we're smart enough, the government's smart enough to keep it away from us. They want to keep us under control. I mean, imagine if you were able to, oh yeah, here are some aliens, let's go on an intergalactic space travel.
I think people would be able to handle aliens, if they knew aliens existed or saw an alien.
I mean, just think of all the weird fetishes that'll come along with aliens.
Oh, so you you accept people fucking dogs and elephants and shit. And you're like, oh no, I don't want to see somebody fucking an alien.
But what if they don't have like genitalia?
Dude, that's like exclusively
what if
Asian
they-
porn is fucking aliens. That tentacle porn shit.
That's true. That's true. But like real life though, the real life that'd be kind of freaky. But there's gonna be people that'd be into that. That'd be kind of weird. I'd watch it, but I'm just saying.
I'd watch it.
I don't know if I touched myself and watched it, but I would definitely watch it.
Yeah, you know that porn that you just watch to watch because it looks interesting, like weird interesting, not like, horny interesting?
Yeah, you're just like, okay.
Like that gummy bear shit you showed me the other day. God, that's
we'll
horrible.
save that for another.
Oh my God.
We'll save that for another.
That's another
episode.
hour topic in itself.
Old hot kinky Joe. Yeah. But anyways, so if aliens came here, would you think? I mean, they would do you think they would give us intelligence, or would you think they would see us like cattle?
I mean, it would be, either way. It could be like, how the Indians or whatever back in the day, we would be like that, setting. We'd be like the Indians, and the English people would come over with the more technology, like bigger guns. Like they come here with ray guns. They're like, oh, I have a ray gun. You're going to die.
Somewhat like Mars Attacks, like Tim Burton.
Yeah, Mars Attacks. Great movie.
Just come in
Great
and
movie.
just blast us because of a dove flew.
Yeah,
That's-
doves are a
that's-
sign of weakness, apparently, and they just hate it. It's this act of war where they're from.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, no, that's a good movie. Then that's I don't think, man, I feel like they would just want to help. I think people, like all explorers, unless they've been doing it forever and they've like evolved that far, right? They've just been exploring so long they just decided to take over other people's planets and be like, "Fuck you, I'm the bully." Like so many movies out there.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it goes back in the time, like around like Egypt and all that kind of stuff. Where they have that kind of stuff like written on the walls, like drawings
Well,
of
they have
little
stuff
mans,
written.
like drawings of little dudes in spacecraft, and I mean,
It's all like that's like really. It's
I mean-
not good evidence. It's fun to look at and speculate about, but it's not like definitive proof stuff. All that stuff is misconstrued and shit. You just don't know.
I think it depends on the person. I don't know. I mean,
I
it
would
could be
love
either
for
way.
that shit to be real. I would love for that shit to be real, and that'd be great. That'd be awesome. And I love watching that fucking show on Discovery, the fucking Ancient Aliens one.
God no! See that right there to me is just like government propaganda.
No,
like,
I love watching it because it's funny.
it's funny.
hilarious.
It's freaking hilarious. Yeah, Ancient Aliens is a freaking great show to watch.
I'd be more inclined to believe that the Bible was real and it was aliens instead of God. Like if that's
Oh God!
that's
the other thing.
Those
That's
are the episodes that I like, where they're like, "Oh, God in the Bible, all this happened," and they just confused it with religion and God. They're like, "Oh, this is God," and it's really aliens.
But see, that's like, and then it like double backfires because then it's like, well, God was talking about the Antichrist, and this is the kind of stuff they were gonna say and do. Like, it would just be open up like this religious paradox, especially like with a group of people that are like way further advanced than us, like obviously spiritually and intelligent wise. Like these
Well,
people
at that
are-
point, they would believe that they are gods.
Yeah, well, they technically would be. I mean, they can travel space. But then, have you ever heard? Okay, so there's extraterrestrial, right? Which means from outer space,
From other planets.
other planets,
Yeah.
right? Well, I was a little big alien nerd growing up, but so they also have this thing where they talk about they would more than likely believe that there's extra dimensional aliens.
So, like, the aliens that are in the planet but different dimensions, like living next to us in a different dimension. What does that mean?
Yeah, like they live in the fourth dimension and they're able to jump back and forth from different dimensions.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. But I mean, just think, our brains are only smart enough to understand the third dimension. I mean, there's definitely chances of there being...
Well, the fourth dimension is time. There's 4 dimensions.
Yeah, but we can't see the fourth dimension.
We experience it.
Yeah, but you can't, feel the fourth dimension. I mean,
I feel time pass slowly all the fucking time.
at least at work.
Constantly at work. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's pretty painful.
Yeah, no, I've heard about, the different dimension theory and stuff like that, but I haven't really gone into it too much and looked at it, researched it, or anything.
Yeah, well, so before we get into our next subject, let's jump into this beer review.
Yeah, let's do it. This is from Dogfish Head. It's the 120-minute IPA. It's the Imperial India Pale Ale, which is pretty new. I think it just came out the other day, and it's pretty strong, they say.
Yeah, it's a limited release beer. They don't.
Okay, yeah.
They don't do it all throughout the year. It's something that comes out a couple times a year. So basically, it's completely brewed in 120 minutes.
The whole thing, 120 minutes.
Yeah, so that's it's pretty
Interesting.
crazy, and it's only in a couple states too. It's not in all 50 states. So if you get the chance to grab this, I definitely
It's
suggest getting
expensive
it.
too. I think it was $10 a bottle
Yeah,
for this 12-ounce bottle for a regular bottle.
yeah, it's $10 a bottle, and then the craziest thing too, it's 18% by volume.
18%. We're gonna fucking die. Holy shit. We are literally gonna die here today. Okay.
It's 18%. So let's
This podcast is gonna go downhill really quick.
let's take a sip of this. See what we got.
All
here.
right.
Cheers.
Oh, it smells good. Cheers.
Wow.
Interesting. That's not the IPA that I'm used to.
No, I was not expecting that either.
That for 120 minutes and being really strong, it's very smooth.
It's extremely smooth.
There's almost no bitterness.
I'm very surprised with that.
Did we open the right bottle? Is this the right beer that you just talked about?
It is. It's very deep. It has a very vicious orange color. The bubbles are really slow.
It's almost got that high alcohol content.
Yeah,
you know?
and they move very slowly. It's got a very like honey. I almost feel like
I can taste the honey.
like a honey malt, and it's got like a nice malt aroma.
It's a little smoky at the end there.
Yeah, I definitely get the aggressive like piney, like a pine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely got a nice touch to it.
Yeah,
I'm
I definitely
gonna
get
take
the
a sip of
honey.
it
I
again.
definitely get the smoke. That's definitely in there.
Wow, it's definitely very bold. It's got like a super heavy body and a light carbonation.
Yeah, it's not too bad on the carbonation. I noticed when I opened it, it didn't sizz too much, and it's pretty flat. There's not too much of a head going on with that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go off. So when we rate beers, we go off of try it, buy it, or just
Pass it, something like
yeah,
that.
don't try it. So this is not a beer that you're gonna buy and drink an 18 pack.
Yeah, this is not your Rager frat party beer.
No, and this is definitely not something that you'd really share with your friends either. It's just kind of like your own private personal stock. Oh, excuse me, it's already giving me gas. It's definitely very interesting. I'm definitely gonna. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
It's coming
Excuse you.
up. It's coming up. Yeah.
That good.
But I'm gonna give it a buy. You should at least buy a bottle, especially since it's not all year round.
Yeah, limited release. I mean, I'd buy it too, just because, if you want to get drunk, it'll do the job. It's going to be expensive, but it's worth it to get this experience, especially if you really like beer, because this is one of those craft beers that isn't around all the time.
Yeah.
It's very limited. It is pricey for what it is, but, I mean, you're paying for the experience, and it's a pretty good experience.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised after we tried it. I mean, I was not expecting it to taste the way
I thought it was going to be really bitter.
I thought
When
it
it
was
said
too.
the Imperial IPA, and you had talked about it for a little bit before the show started, I just thought it was going to be really bitter, like really hoppy.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good novelty beer. I mean, it's something you guys should try out. It's complex. It's really intensely hoppy, but yet it's kind of balanced. I really enjoy it. So check it out. That's going to be a Dogfish Head, 120-minute IPA. If you guys get a chance to get it, it's only a seasonal beer, so make sure you guys go out there and try it.
Yeah, it's not bad. Give it a buy. If you guys have any beers that you have in your area or whatever, we can try our best to get them. We have a pretty good selection at our stores over here. So if you guys have any suggestions, things you want us to review, things that you like, we'll definitely give it a try, put it on the list, and because we love trying new beers and everything, so let us know.
Yes, I love beer. Beer.
Beer.
I'm like becoming Homer Simpson.
Beer. Okay, so next topic, Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2005, Pluto was denounced as a planet. It's a dwarf planet now, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. I'm very much against the deplanetization of Pluto that happened.
Yeah. Dwarfs have feelings too, you know?
Yeah, the midget planet. I'm going to call it a midget planet because apparently they don't like that. But
It's a little people planet.
it's a little people planet. And I guess now there's an article, I just saw it, that they trying to bring it back. There's a vote coming up, I think, which they're trying to bring it back. Some people are saying that it's going to be back a planet. Some people are proposing to call it a comet based on its trajectory around the sun. And then other people are saying that there's going to be a whole entirely new classification for it based on new studies found and everything. Because we did just get those pictures back from that space probe that just passed by there.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember looking over that not too long ago. That was like a couple months ago, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a couple months ago. I think it was like January, February or something.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, that's going. Obviously, that probe's now past our solar system. I mean,
Yeah, I think that probe was released in like the 60s or some shit.
yeah,
I don't know what
Yeah,
year,
it
but
had-
it was
yeah.
a long time ago.
yeah, and it's still working.
Yet we know weird thing. Oh my god, people are freaking out over these pictures of Pluto that are coming through now from a probe that was sent 60 years ago. Horrible technology.
Yeah,
And we're freaking out over these pictures to see what the other side of the planet looks like, what it looks like, and yet we know that 63 billion light years, 63 light years away, there's a planet that rains glass. Like, they just know that shit. How do you know that shit? Yeah, we don't even know anything about our planets in our own solar system. It's weird.
yeah. I don't know
it's
where they
stupid.
get all their information.
I feel like they're just bullshitting everybody. I think they're just bullshitting it. That it's like, oh, we actually found out that it's not glass. You know,
To stay
But-
relevant,
but
to
hey-
stay relevant, to keep the funding coming in. You know what, guys? We need another big funding coming in. We got to debate about Pluto being a real planet. That's what we need to do.
yeah, Bush.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That just sounded like a dude that did like
Just-
NASA or something. I
just
don't know.
came out as Bush.
But I don't know. I feel like
People need something to get up in arms about, and Pluto was a
Yeah.
big topic back in 05.
like
so.
is the galaxy not big enough that you have to debate about this again? First of all, it should have never been a debate to begin with. It should have just been kept as a planet.
Pluto is a fucking planet. End of story.
It's a planet. All right.
There
Get
are
over
still
it.
9 planets in my book.
I'm PC when it comes to astronomy. So I'm definitely going to say that it's a planet.
It is a planet.
It's
And I
not a
hope they
dwarf
bring it
planet.
back to be a planet.
Yeah.
You know, they are saying it's gonna. They were saying something about it being a comet, classified as a comet, because it does have that irregular trajectory. It passes crosses the path of Neptune as well as Uranus. I think maybe just Neptune, but
What'd you just call me?
yeah, Uranus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it passes right by Uranus, gets one whiff, and it turns around. But no, it crosses into Neptune's path as it goes around the sun. It's like a wibble wobble type, the wibbly wobbly, timey wimey
Wibbly-wobbly.
shit. You know.
Yeah, kind of going back to the alien thing, and maybe I forgot to talk about this. So, did you know that the Vatican, right, the Roman Catholics,
Like the Pope.
like the Pope, right, these people, they actually have ginormous like telescopes and like little bases that look for alien life.
I would think that they would be looking for God. It's
No, but the craziest thing is, right? So the Vatican is over in Europe, right? But
Rome, yeah, Italy.
yeah. So but their actual satellite is in, or not satellite, but telescope is in Arizona.
the Vatican has an Arizona
It does,
telescope.
it does. And you know what the craziest thing is? You know what the name of the telescope is?
What?
Lucifer.
What? Wow. Pot calling the kettle black, huh?
So they have the Vatican Catholics have a telescope that's looking for alien life called Lucifer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Where do they
it's
come up with
pretty
this shit?
Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, Pluto, I don't know. I think it should just stay the
It should
same.
never have
It should
gone
know.
to anything.
So tell us what you think.
Is Pluto a planet to you? Let us know. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, is Pluto a planet?
Love
and
the feedback.
do you think aliens exist? I want to know what the mass majority of our listeners think. Do you think they're real? And what would you do if you met an alien?
Yeah, what if the government just came out and was like, hey guys, here's an alien.
Here,
He's all like, hey, I'm Bob. How's it going?
I'd be like, saw dude.
Solid. God, that's so stupid. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I think that's about it for this week. Again, we're sorry for taking such a long break, but we're going to be better about bringing you guys content every week. Definitely like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Happy Hour Talk. You have our friends there that you can always talk to us and everything through there. We respond quite quickly. And YouTube, you search our Happy Hour Podcast, and it should come up, and we'll have links on our Facebook.
Yes, we need subscribers. So please,
Very important.
Please go online. And if you're on YouTube, we're also in the works of getting onto iTunes as well. So
Yeah,
it'll be a
looking
lot
into
easier.
that.
It'll make it a lot easier to listen to us instead of having to leave the screen open. And we're also in the works of getting a live camera and doing a live feed through Facebook. We can talk, so we can actually connect with you guys.
We would love to do a live stream with you guys. It'd be great.
Yeah, get everybody all in together. It'd be pretty cool. So that's all in the works. So please tell your friends about us and keep listening to us. And big things to come.
Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like us, and we will see you next week.
Yep. You all have a good night. Thank you.